All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, Dash True Inferno. And here's a bit of a shocker here. According to the Twitter votes, it was a split decision between Anarchy and Genesis. So, now before I even go on, let me explain to you how the voting went as far as what Busta Rhymes album I should review today. It was between Extinction Level Event, Anarchy, Genesis, and It Ain't Safe No More. So on Twitter, it was a tie between Anarchy and Genesis. But on Facebook, Genesis led the race, followed by Extinction Level Event. So the voting was all over the place on both social media platforms. But Genesis ended up winning. So that's what I'm reviewing. So let's get straight into it. Genesis is Busta Rhymes' 5th studio album that came out November 13th, 2001. So at this point, I just started my senior year. It was under Flipmo Records and J Records. And let's see. There's some issues with one of their singles, which is like one of Busta Rhymes. I have to say this is one of Busta Rhymes' most successful single and possibly one of his most popular singles they ever came out with. The album debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 185,000 copies. It later sold 1 million domestic copies and was made certified platinum by the RIAA. So, yeah, there you go with that. Also, it was number 2. It was high as number 2 on the US top R&B hip hop albums by Billboard. It was high as number 27 in the German albums, which is the Offizielle Top 100, and it was as high as number 58 on the UK albums OCC, whatever that stands for. Now, like I said, the album was released under Flipmo and J Records. The album was worked on from 2000 to 2001. Busta Rhymes was the executive producer, and the regular producers were the Neptunes, Just Blaze, Pete Rock, Jay Dilla, rest in peace, Dr. Dre, Knots, Scott Scorch. Also, there's some more names here. Yogi, Mailman, Diamond D, and Michelangelo. So, yeah, there you go with the producers. Now, there are 20 tracks here, and there's only one skit, and that's the intro, the first track, obviously. Therefore, I can give you our top 5 this time around. So, let's get straight into the tracks. The first track is obviously called Intro, featuring Clyde Davis and Rudy Ray Moore, followed by Everybody Rise Again, and you could say this is a sequel, but a remix to Everybody Rise, more of that later. The third track is called As I Come Back, followed by Shut 'Em Down 2002. The fifth track is called Genesis, followed by Better Stay Up in Your House featuring Rod Digger. Next up is We Got What You Want, followed by Truck Volume. The track number 9 is called Pass the Cavassier featuring Puff Daddy. Now this is part 1, not part 2. Track number 10 is called Break Your Neck, followed by Bounce. And then in parentheses, let me see y'all throw it. Track number 12 is called Holla, followed by Rife and Law featuring Jaheim. Wow, what has that guy been doing? I have not heard anything from that guy in a good minute. Okay, back on this album. Track number 14 is called Ass on Your Shoulders featuring Cocaine, not with a C but with a K. Kokane. Track number 15 is called Make It Hurt, followed by What It Is featuring Kellis. Track number 17 is called There's Only One featuring Mary J. Blige. Track number 18 is called You Ain't Fucking With Me. Then next is Match the Name with the Voice featuring the Flip Mode Squad. And the last track, track number 20, is called Bad Dreams. So, there are 4 singles off of this album. The first one is What It Is featuring Kelly. So, in case you forgot, this is that Busta, what it is right now. Busta, what it is right now. That one, yeah. That one came out May 1st, 2001. Not much regarding this single, no info or anything like that. As far as how it do in the charts, it was as high as 63rd on the US Billboard Hot 100 singles charts. It was high as 37th on the Hot R&B hip hop songs, and it was high as 70. It was 70th. How you pronounce that? It was 70. 70 on the German charts. which is the media control charts, I guess, whatever. So yeah, that's that what it is, featuring Colors. Now the next single to come out from this album, this one is more recognizable. Like what it is was recognizable, but this one's way more recognizable. That's Break Your Neck. So yeah, that one came out August 25th, 2001. And this was produced by Dr. Dre and Scott Storch, and Troop Hertz provided background vocals. And the song contains an interpolation of the Red Hot Chili Peppers song Give It Away. And there was a remix for this featuring Twista and Do or Die. And there was a music video for this, which came out November 13, 2001. And a bunch of people was in the music video. We got Split Star, obviously, Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, and so forth, whatnot. Ludacris, Fabulous, 3 6 Mafia, Dr. Dre, obviously, Ice Cube, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Swizz Beatz, CeeLo Green, Andre 3000, and Cujo. I don't know who that one is. Now, as far as how it did on the charts, it was 13th on the Australian charts, 50th on the Austria charts and the French charts, 13th on the Netherlands charts, 20th on the Switzerland charts, 26th on the US Billboard Hot 100, 10th on the US Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs, and 21st on the US Billboard Radio Songs. So yeah, this was a really successful single, and it was a decent track right there. The third single off of this album is called As I Come Back. And I had to think about it. I'm like, when I first saw that single, I'm like, how does that go? And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay, I remember the single again. This is one of his least recognizable singles. I'd say Ray, what it is more recognizable than this one. But obviously this was a single. I remember it being a single. And as far as I Come Back, it only placed 91st on the US Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs and 7th on the US Hot Rap Songs. So, I mean, it's a good song. It made it 7 on that chart, but on the other one, it was 91st. Obviously, because it's not an R&B song, obviously. It's not even close. But yeah, there you go with that. Then we come down to the fourth and final single. I won't necessarily say off the album because it wasn't on the album. But yeah, it's Past the Cavassier Part 2. Now, like I said, this is one of Busta Rhymes' most recognizable and popular singles of his career. Basically part 2, aka the remix, also features P Diddy, just like Part 1 did, but it also features Pharrell. And yeah, there you go with that. This single came out February 12th, 2002. And obviously got a music video, which was inspired by Harlem Nights and Rush Hours 2, featuring cameos from Mr. T, Split Star, obviously, Monique, Kim Whitley, and Jamie Foxx. So yeah, everybody should have seen this music video. Real talk. Now, like I said, there's a bit of some information regarding this single. So it was included at the end of the album or some later pressings on which As on Your Shoulders was removed due to playing time restrictions. So basically, somehow, someway, it was added on the end of this album later on, and they took off As on Your Shoulders featuring Cocaine, which was produced by Battlecat. And that's another name I forgot to mention, Battlecat. So yeah, he was one of the producers involved in this album. But back to Past the Cavassier. It was as high number 16 on the UK singles, high as number 4 on the UK R&B chart, 11th on the US Billboard Hot 100, 4th on the Hot R&B / Hip Hop Songs, and 3rd on the US Hot Rap Songs. So, like I said, a very successful single, one of his best, not his best, but one of his more popular and successful singles Busta Rhymes ever did in his career. So yeah, there you go with that. Now let me give you all my favorite tracks, starting from the bottom up. The intro had a cool beat, but like once you get past the whole phone conversation thing or whatever, and then the beat kicked in, it was really dope. Now from the bottom on up, Truck Volume, You Ain't Fucking With Me, Holler, all like Everybody Rise Again was okay, but the original from Extension Level Event, was way better than this one. It was that one was amazing in comparison to Everybody Rise Again. Like, you have to listen to Everybody Rise. It's dope as heck, man. But moving on, Rife and Law featuring Jaheim was okay. As I Come Back, yeah, that was good. Ass on Your Shoulders was okay. And this one was weird, featuring Cocaine. It sounds like something Redman or Keith Murray would rap over whatever. Bad Dreams was pretty cool. Bad Dreams, like, production behind that would sound like some old school Busta Rhymes joints right there. What It Is featuring Kellis, that was cool. And of course, Better Stay Up in Your House featuring Rod Digger. I mean, come on, it's Rod Digger, so you know that one's gonna be dope. Okay, so here's some more of my favorite tracks off of this album. There's Only One featuring Mary J. That one's cool. Make It Hurt was really good, as was Break Your Neck. I mean, come on, man, that single was dope. That's one of those club bangers, one of them hype songs right there. And then Bounce, Let Throw It, that one was dope as heck right there, man. Like, when you hear that Bounce track, you thinking, okay, something's about to go down, like a fight scene about to break out, a gang war about to break out. It's like, it's this type of song that's gonna lead up to something big, you know, and it's dope as heck. So now let me give you all my top 5. Let's see, number 5, the 5th best track off of this album, Past the Cavassier Part 1. It sounds nothing like Part 2. And in fact, I'm gonna go on the record and say that Part 1, even though Part 2, like I said, was his most, not his most, but one of his most successful and one of his most popular songs, as far as like being well known. Part 1 was better than Part 2. And you know, the beat was dope as heck, duh. It really, really was, man. It's another, I wouldn't call this a club banger, but it's one of those hype joints, man. And I really like it. Now, the 4th best song off of this album is We Got What You Want. So, yeah, this one is one of those nod hitters, you know, them nod hitters. This one you got to nod your head too, man. When you first hear it, when the beat drop, it makes you go, oh snap, this joint is fire right here. So yeah, man, I really like that one. The 3rd best track off this album is Shut 'Em Down 2002. And this one was really dope. It's somewhat of a, I want to say it's a mellow out track. It's somewhat a mellow out track, but I don't know. It's not, obviously not a mellow out track, but it's somewhat of one, somewhat. Like, this was one, this is the type of track, like, if you just came from a hard battle and you won, you could play this. You could play this. And you know, they got that, the little the trumpets in it a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I like it. 2nd best track off this album, Genesis. That joint is out cold, man. Especially the chorus there. It is really dope. It is really, really, really dope. So yeah, and the best track off this whole album, Master Name with the Voice featuring Flipmo Squad. That beat is instant fire. And you know, the Flipmo Squad on there, man, you know that gonna make that track even more fire. So yeah, that's what I went with, man. That's the best track off the entire album, Master Name with the Voice, featuring the Flipmo Squad, produced by Just Blaze, man. You can't go wrong with that. Now, let me give y'all some professional ratings for this album. So we got Metacritic, who gave it a 77 out of 100. AllMusic gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The AV Club gave it favorable, as did Billboard. Drowned in Sound, which is new, okay, gave it a 9 out of 10. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B. The LA Times gave it 3.5. No, that's 2.5 out of 4 stars. NME gave it 6 out of 10. And Robert Christgau gave it the Scissors Image a choice cut. I guess that's what that means. Rolling Stones gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And the Village Voice gave it a favorable review. So, what do I think about this album? Now, I am looking at Busta Rhymes, you know, every album Busta Rhymes did. And where he fell off to me was after he did It Ain't Safe No More, which was his 6th album. And like I said before, When Disaster Strikes, his 2nd album, was his best album ever. And I would have to say Genesis was his 5th best album. And like I said, it went platinum and it went silver in the BPI, whatever that means. So I'm gonna give this album a 3.75 out of 5. I would say download it, listen to it, and if you like it, keep it. If you don't, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. So yeah, there you go with that. Once again, 3.75 out of 5. Download it, listen to it for yourself, and see how you feel about it. Now, here's where things will get really interesting. What albums should I review next week? Well, this was on a rim, and I decided like whatever I was gonna do next week. So here's your 4 choices. It Was Written, Stillmatic, Godson, and I Am. Those are your 4 choices, and they're all by Nas. So you're probably wondering, what happened to Illmatic? I did that already. What happened to Nostradamus? I did that already. So yeah, again, It Was Written, I Am, Stillmatic, and Godson. I have a pretty good idea of what's going to win, but I could be surprised. You know, I like surprises. So yeah, those are your 4 choices for next week. But yeah, man, y'all know who this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.